Okay. So what does Starbucks write about the last quarter specifically, and more generally about the last 3 quarters? What about COVID? How did it affect the business? Yeah, very good, Jan. COVID has affected the business quite severely. Yeah. So I think especially in Q2 and Q3, which is the last quarter, yeah, it was very severe, and the revenues were down in Q3 about 38 or 40% or something like that, which is very severe. And the net income in the last quarter was even negative. Yeah, so we had a loss. I think for the 3 quarters of 2020, it is not negative, the net income, but for the last quarter, it's negative. Yeah. So specifically, it said that in Q3 the global comparable store sales, they declined 40%. Yeah. Q3 declined 40%, driven by a 51% decrease in comparable transaction, partially offset by a 23% increase in average ticket. What does that mean? Yeah, the number of transaction has decreased. You're right. Fewer customers have come into the stores, and there were fewer transactions with those customers, but they have increased prices. Yeah, otherwise you wouldn't have a 23% increase in average ticket. Is this what you meant, Leon? Yeah. Okay. So did the company open new stores? Yeah. Correct. Yeah, they opened despite the crisis, they opened 130 net new stores. So the new stores they increased about 5% globally, I think. Did you read about? Did you read something about the reopening of the stores? Are most of the stores closed now, or are they open? I think most of the stores have reopened now. It says since the peak of widespread store closures, and there were store closures, of course, in response to the COVID, outbreak across our global markets, the vast majority of Starbucks company-operated stores in both the Americas and international segments had reopened by the end of Q3 fiscal 2020. Most with modified store hours and limited seating. Yeah, so they have limited seating and other store hours. Today, approximately 97% of our global company-operated store portfolios open, led by 96% in the US and 99% in China. Yeah, so these two are the most important markets for Starbucks. United States and China is are the most important market, as well as 99% in Japan and 97% in Canada. Currently, approximately 87% of our global licensed store portfolio is open, with remaining temporary closures predominantly in airport, college, and university locations within the US and Canadian licensed store portfolio. So of the licensed stores, not as many have reopened as with the company-operated stores, but nevertheless, the vast majority has reopened. So most of the Starbucks stores are open, yeah, despite the crisis. What is it in Wiesbaden? Does Wiesbaden have Starbucks stores? Yeah. 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 Very good. Yeah, exactly. That's what they are doing. They've written that in I think in the company updates section. So where do we have it? Yeah, this is what you meant, Liang, isn't it? Beginning in May, the company outlet that would accelerate the transformation of manual stop to expand convenience-led formats scopes to deliver in Starbucks pickup locations. The company plans to launch several hundred existing locations in the near future and add over 50 Starbucks pickup locations in the next 12 to 18 months. So this is also due to the corona. Yeah, is this what you meant? Yeah, exactly. So, and what else are the company updates? It says in May the company executed a 3 billion bond issuance. So they have issued debt, taking advantage of the favorable interest rate environment. Yeah. So they say essentially, they say the interest rates are low, and that's why we are increasing our debt and securing additional liquidity. Yeah. This is what they say here. And here they also say that they do not cancel their dividend. So even in 2020, even in 2020, despite the crisis, they pay a dividend. What about the fiscal 2020 guidance? What about the guidance? Did you read something about what they expect for the fiscal 2020 for all four for the entire fiscal year? What about the fiscal what about the guidance? Read it and tell me what the fiscal guidance say.
It gives the certain targets.
They have a certain target. Yeah. Okay. And what is the target? What do they say? Do they say they will make a profit in 2020?
Many. The follow passage, all are the targets.
What do you mean, Ray? Can you repeat it? I didn't get it.
It give many targets, such as the global comparable store sales declines of 20% to 17% for each of Q4 and full year, and the follow. All are the targets.
Yeah. But I think the earnings per share for the full year, for full fiscal 2020 is, what do they write, Gavin? here they say 0.5 and 0.65 for the full year. This is the GAAP EPS, and non-GAAP EPS is 0.83 to 0.998. So this is they say it will still be positive, hopefully, of course, yeah. But you have to take into consideration that the first quarter of 2020 wasn't affected by COVID at all. Yeah, so COVID started only in started only in Q2 for Q2 for Starbucks. Okay, so let's look at this is the statement of earnings, the income statement for the quarter. Yeah, this is the income statement for the quarter. And if you compare this quarter to the quarter of Q3 of the last year, what do you see? If you look at the revenues, for example. What happened to the revenues? Yeah, it went down by 38% about. Yeah, so it went down by 38%. The costs here, product and distribution costs, also went down by 32%. And what is meant by product and distribution costs here? Probably. Yeah, exactly. And this is this depends on the sales of coffee, of course. Yeah, because when you're selling less coffee, you also need less coffee beans, fewer coffee beans. So that's why this variable cost also went down. Yeah, so which is a good thing, of course. Yeah, but if you look at the store operating expenses, they went up. Do you have an idea why they went up? Exactly, yeah. So they have to, yeah. Go on, Liang, if you want to add something. Yeah. So they have to take certain safety measures. They have to clean their doors. So that's why this went up. Yeah. So it went actually in the opposite direction, which is not a good thing. Yeah. So what about the net income of this last quarter? What happened to operating income and also to net income, net earnings? Exactly. Yeah. So operating income it went not only down, but it was negative. And the same is true for net income. Both are negative for this quarter. So this is for 3 quarters. This is for 3 quarters, and have a look. What does the income statement look like over these 3 quarters? When you look at these 3 quarters, is it as severe as in the last quarter, or is it the impact of COVID? Is it less severe? What about the revenues? So over the 3 quarters, revenues also went down because of COVID, obviously, but not as fast as over the last quarter. And one reason is that COVID hit only in Q3. Yeah, Q1 was not affected by the coronavirus. Yeah. So but generally, there is a pattern which is very similar to the Q3, which is that product and distribution costs are down, yeah, because you need less coffee, but store operating expenses went up. What happened to operating income and net income? They both went down. Yeah. Did they turn negative? Yeah, it is still positive. it is but it went down by 80%. Yes. Okay. It went down by 80%. Look at the balance sheet. Look at the balance sheet. What happened to the balance sheet over the last three quarters? Assets went up. Assets went up. That's correct. And what about liabilities?
Went down.
Liabilities went up. Okay. Liang, what did you want to say, Ray?
Went down.
No, actually, they also went up. Look at the total liabilities. They are 37 billion, and even more. Yeah, equity went down. Equity went down even more. Because of buybacks, yeah, because they did some additional buybacks. What happened to long-term debt?
Oh, sorry.
It went up, yeah. They took on additional debt, yeah, because probably they needed more money for financing, and they also told us that they wanted to benefit from the lower interest rates. Yeah, do you remember? They said we want to benefit from the lower interest rates. So equity went down even further. So they did some more buybacks probably. So let's look at the cash flow statement. Where do we see the buybacks? Do you see that? Okay, very good, yeah. And can you tell us, did it go up or did it go down? Did they make more buybacks or fewer less buybacks? If you look at here, if you look at the repurchases of common stocks, did they in the last three quarters, did they make more repurchases or fewer? Yeah, fewer, because now we have 1.6, and in the same period 1 year earlier we had 7.9. So they made fewer repurchases. What about the dividends? Dividends went up.
Went down.
Went up. Yeah, they went up. They paid more for cash dividends. What do you think is the reason why the repurchases went down? Do you have an idea? Exactly. Yeah. So they do not have so much income, and they are probably a little bit more cautious because of the crisis. Yeah. So they are probably a little bit more cautious because of the crisis. What else do we see here? We see we see it for several segments. Yeah, we see what Starbucks does. They have several segments. They have the Americas, which is probably the United States and Canada, and so on. And then they have international. Yeah, and this is both for Q3 here. And you see that actually in both in the Americas and in Q3 and in international, it went revenues went down, and in Q3 in both areas they have in both segments they have a loss actually. So here we see channel development. Channel development is actually what you can buy. What you can buy in the supermarket. Yeah, this is what you can buy in the supermarket, and this is actually how did this business business develop? Yeah. Did it go down as fast as the normal revenue for Starbucks, as the store generated revenue, the coffees Yeah. Yeah, it's low. It's lower. 40 is much is a much more severe decrease than 60. And do you have an idea why this is the case? Do you have an idea what this means, this channel development? Yeah, exactly. So exactly. Yeah, the supermarkets are still open, and they had been open during the whole time, more or less. And people still go to the supermarket and buy their the stuff there. Yeah. Okay. Did you find out something else? Was there something which surprised you in the statement? Maybe if we look at the balance sheet, cash obviously went up here. Went up, maybe because they have taken they have increased their debt, so they have additional cash on their balance sheet. Yeah. Then accounts receivable didn't happen very much with account receivable during the crisis. We have this is a big thing. Operating lease increased, but this has to do with the new accounting standards and how they have to treat leasing. Yeah, but this is not. You do not have to know that. Yeah, of course. So you see that they have to activate an asset here, and they have to also have to activate a liability, which is kind of like in a similar size. Here, operating lease liability. Yeah. So retained earnings went down even faster, and the reason is buybacks. Yeah. The reason is buybacks. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And where do you see that? Is it here? Yeah, probably. Where do you see do you see China, Liang?
Page 15.
Page 15.
Yeah.
Yeah,
China's
okay.
departmental.
Yeah, they included China because it's such a big important country for them. Yeah, here you see the United States and China, and you're right. Yeah, China, the store count increased despite COVID. Yeah, but I think Starbucks is growing very fast in China because China is a big company, is a big country, and they are very successful in China. So, but you're right, yeah. In the United States, it went up. The store count went up only slightly, only 2%.
I think the store counts go up. Maybe the Lucky Coffee, because the two big coffee in coffee store in China is Lucky Coffee and the Starbucks. But the Lucky Coffee is out of the stock market.
Yeah, I've heard that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Do they have problems, haven't they? They have some accounting problems or something like that, and they are out, aren't they?
Yeah. So I think it is the chance to develop the stock count in China for the Starbucks.
Yeah, very interesting, Ray. Thank you. Is the Luckin Coffee? Do they do the stores still exist? The Luckin coffee store?
Also a coffee shop, but the stock count is go down. Lucky Coffee go down in China.
Okay. Do you have more Luckin Coffee stores or more Starbucks stores?
Maybe Lucky Coffee.
Maybe Luckin Coffee. Okay. And what about the price? Is Luckin Coffee as expensive as Starbucks if you go there and buy a coffee? No.
No. Maybe the half price.
Maybe half the price. Okay.
So many students and the officers, they will buy the Lucky Coffee because it is cheaper.
Okay. And do you in your city in China, in Chongqing, do you have Starbucks and do you have Luckin Coffee?
Also.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, yeah, they. I think I live in the century in the Guangzhou, so I think it is the same to me. They are the same to me because I live in the century in Guangzhou.
Okay. Yeah. And there you have both. You have Luckin Coffee and you have you have Starbucks. Are you in Guangzhou now, Ray?
Yes.
Okay. And did the Luckin Coffee stores already did they already close also in Guangzhou?
Yes, close many, but still many people will buy it because it is cheaper. And if you buy, for example, if you buy five cup of coffee this week, and the next week it will give you it will give you some money. We call the red pocket.
Okay. Yeah. I see. And what about the price of Luckin Coffee? What about the quality of the coffee? Is it a good coffee?
It is good.
Yeah.
So many people say Lucky Coffee. It is it can earn money from its business.
What is the better coffee? Is Starbucks the better coffee or Luckin Coffee? What do you think?
I think I don't know.
I don't know.
I think they are the same.
Okay, okay, but you like you like Luckin Coffee.
I don't like coffee.
You don't like coffee, okay, okay. Does Luckin Coffee also, because Starbucks has not only coffee, but they also have food. Does Luckin Coffee also have food?
Yes.
Okay. Is it cakes
They
or
are
something
similar.
like that?
They are similar.
But I think Luckin Coffee is only in China, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never been.
Where, Liang?
邊度啊？
Okay.
哦 ，Karen 啊，我唔知喎。
But we don't have Luckin Coffee here in Germany. Korea. Okay, Korea. Okay. Korea. All right. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, but Starbucks is growing very fast in China.
Yes, a new Starbucks in near my house.
Okay. And Chinese people seem to like it. Otherwise,
yes.
Otherwise, it grows so fast.
I will like it in the morning if
Yeah.
I'm tired. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think now China is the second biggest market for Starbucks after the US, and they said at some point in time they will China will be the biggest market.
Yes, because there are many people in China.
There are many people in China, yeah, and I've heard that in Shanghai they have built a huge store. They call it, I think, roastery, where you can taste several different coffees. So it's very very sophisticated, and it's, I think, 5 times as big as a normal store. It is located. Wow. I think it's located in Shanghai or in Beijing. I don't know exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is far from me.
It's far from, yeah. Okay. Do you have any questions left? It's clear, yeah. Okay, so you can, if you have questions, you can also send me an email. Yeah, you know my email address, so you can send me an email, and the university, the staff will keep you updated about. They will keep me updated about the exam, and they will keep you updated. But the information I got was that due to COVID, it will probably be an oral exam.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we will probably organize this with a GoToMeeting or Zoom meeting or whatever. And But generally, the topics of the exam will be what we did during the course. Yeah, I sent you the slides and all of that. And if you look at it, if you learn that, then you will be prepared. But you have to learn what we did during the course. But I'm very confident that you will manage it. Yeah, and the university will inform you when the exam will be. How many? It's in total. How many students are you? 5 or 6 or?
I don't know. I don't know whether he or she have to sorry, I don't know.
You don't know exactly. Yeah.
I don't know the situation of them.
But it's like it's about half of you is in Germany and the other half is in China. Is this correct?
Yes, two in Germany and 3 in China.
Yeah. Okay. So the university will have to find a way to do this exam, and they said to me it will probably be an oral exam. We will see, but nevertheless, the content of the exam will be about what we did in this lecture, and so you have gotten the slides, and I will ask you about what we did about the slides, and I hopefully, and I don't think there will be problems, but you have to prepare, of course. Yeah, so that's the nature of exams. And if you have any questions, you can always write me an email. Yeah. So
okay.
No problem. Don't hesitate. Okay. Is there anything else you want to ask me now?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, we will see how it works. Probably the exam will not only be about analyzing; it will also be about slides and information we did in the slides. We will see, and it will also depend on what form the exam will have, what we do in the exam, but it will probably not only be about the analysis of a company, but also you will have to tell me something. What is, for example, certain balance sheet position? I don't know what is.
Which company we will analyze?
We will see. I don't know. Maybe I will give you a statement of companies, but maybe also not. Maybe I will also ask you what is an account receivable and something like that. Maybe what is a debit, what is a credit, what is a if you're selling products on accounts, what happens to accounts receivable. And what is, I don't know, maybe I will ask you what is certain types of cash flow. about statements. I will maybe you should tell me something about income statement, or about what is an income statement, about the balance sheet, about these things, maybe certain asset types. What are the elements of a statement? I don't know for sure, but it is about what do you mean, Ray?
Freestyle.
It is yeah.
It is along in the rap. Just mean I will ask you and answer you in freestyle.
Yeah, you can answer me. That's free. It's freestyle. We will see, but the exam will be about what we did here in the in the lecture. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. No more questions?
No.
Okay. All right. So then we will close this lecture, and if you have any question, you can always write me an email. Yeah, don't hesitate to write me an email. And I thank you very much for your participation. It was a good job, and wish you all the best. Yeah. Thank you. For taking part, and all the best. Good luck for your future, and also for the exam. Bye bye.
Bye bye.